Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's the Colorado Alpine. We are, or at least I'm back here doing another 14er hike. I'm at Mount Massive today, so kind of got to show you guys a couple things. There's actually a road closure. The Forest Service has closed like the road from, I think it's like North Half Moon campgrounds up to the trailhead, because I guess there's like a bunch of down timber and stuff that they're waiting to clear out. Anyways, so it's actually, the road is closed about 1.7 miles according to reports online from the actual trailhead, and about 1.2 from Elbert trailhead. So you got to park a little bit lower down on the road and then walk in from there. So this is going to tack on a little bit of extra mileage today. Yeah, this thing is probably going to be around like 15 plus miles. If you are going to do this, this is the summer of 2021. So if you are going to do Elbert or Massive, just know that there is that road closure and you got to park a little bit further down the road. The report said to be careful. There are a bunch of signs, I'll show them to you, that say no parking on the road. And I guess the Forest Service has been ticketing people for parking there. So obviously it says no parking. But there's a lot of people here that have taken the risk today on that. So kind of show you guys a bunch of these cars parked here. I parked a little further down where there wasn't any no parking signs and kind of pulled into like a little campground pull off. But lots of dispersed camping on the road coming up here to the North Half Moon campground. So if you want to camp out to the side, lots of camping there. I've also heard there's lots of dispersed camping off to the side of the road that's actually closed when you walk in. So lots of options for camping. Anyways, guys, it's early. It's like 7:20, 7:30, but I got to get going because I got a long day ahead of me. So let's hit it. So as I was saying, like, here's Half Moon West campground. They don't want you parking on the road, but obviously people are risking it. I parked quite a bit further down, but this is where the road is closed. So you got to hike in from here. An extra, like I said, 1.2 to 1.7 miles, depending upon what trailhead you're going to use, either Elbert or Massive. All right, so as you can see, this is usually a pretty well-maintained road to the trailhead, so really easy walking on this first mile to get to the actual trailhead from this road closure. I think online it said like maybe you gain like a couple feet of elevation, so not really climbing, you're just kind of walking. We're walking by Emerald Lake picnic area. Should have brought the fly rod. I wonder if there's fish up in that little lake. All right, we're here at the Mount Elbert trailhead. It's a little bit back behind me, just right up the road here. But I GPS'd it. It's 0.91 miles from the little road closure to this sign. So got about a mile, so not too bad. And like I said, it's pretty flat. Only took me about like 20 minutes to get here. So I got another half mile up to go up to Mount Massive trailhead, and then we'll be on our trailhead. We'll get going. Let's hit it. So typically there's a overflow parking right here, but as you can see, it's kind of washed out and they're still working on it. So we're just continuing up. Should be really close to the trailhead right now. Okay, we're at the Mount Massive trailhead right here. Little parking area. There's the high clearance 4-wheel drive trail behind me. That is if you want to do the other route, which is the southwest slope. So that one's like 7.25 miles, but you got to go up that road a little ways. We're going to take the standard trailhead, the standard route today, which is just right here. So let's go get on the trail and hit this thing up. All right, Mount Massive Wilderness in the San Isabel National Forest. All right, so we're right here. We're going to take this trail that goes up over here to Mount Massive. This is the southwest slope route. It's a little bit shorter, as you can tell, a lot longer, but should be a good one. There's no overnight camping at the trailhead. If you're gonna come fish, they have greenback cutthroat trout, catch and release only. It's pretty sweet. Greenback cutthroat trout are pretty rare, so cool spot to learn about some fishing stuff. We are still working the trees here, and this tree section so far, knock on wood, is pretty gradual, so it's not super steep. It's pretty mellow. I actually really like this. Just kind of cruising through the trees. Only passed a couple people so far. One lady going down, and then I just passed a couple going up who are shedding some layers. It's getting a little warm, about 8:45 in the morning. At the beautiful Willow Creek stream crossing. And we're on the Colorado Trail and Mount Massive Trail, which goes this way, and then it'll split up here. So we'll just keep following the trail right here, up and to the right. As you come up from the Willow Creek crossing down here, about 100 yards or so up the trail, you'll get to the main Mount Massive Trail and the Colorado Trail split. So what you want to do here is you want to stick to the left. Go up here, actually behind the sign. That way is the Colorado Trail. This is the way you want to go to Mount Massive. Look at the size of these mushrooms. Man, they've been growing like crazy this summer. With all this moisture. See how big that thing is compared to my hand. Jeez, it's a big mushroom. All kinds. I wish I knew more about mushrooms. I would go foraging, but I don't know anything about them. Well, when you pass that junction back there of the Colorado Trail and the Mount Massive split, you'll come up kind of another bench up to this like Alpine area. And once you get to here, then you can kind of see South Massive right above my head right here. And then the summit is actually back there, so you can kind of see it right there. So summit of Mount Massive is in sight. Just gotta cruise some Alpine and then climb to the summit. This one's been pretty fun so far. I like that tree section a lot. Okay guys, for reference, you're gonna go up the trail here, work your way kind of to the top of this thing. The trail kind of cuts across, and then you'll follow this little ridge right here, kind of back, and then up that back ridge to the summit. All the way back there. Have a pretty good view of Elbert right there. Tallest 14er in Colorado. Pretty cool. Okay, we're off the little hill. We're just climbing. We gotta work our way to that little saddle right there. And up the ridgeline to the summit. We got some people coming down. So this is looking back down off the hill. Back down the trail we came up that. It's a little windy today, sorry about that. That's the saddle right there. for the summit ridge. Man, from that little knob to the saddle is a climb through that Alpine. Man, it's a butt kicker. Anyways, let's get to the saddle, the last little push. All right, guys, we're trying to get to that summit ridge up there. Sorry I couldn't talk to you guys at the summit, at the saddle really. It was so windy, but working our way up, you can kind of see there's like a camera, like right in here, kind of hard to see. And then we're gonna work our way up towards that corner actually. Kind of some fun scrambling in here, it's not too bad. But yeah, let's keep going. Hey guys, this is the North Half Moon Trail junction. So basically the southwest slope route joins in right here. We're gonna go this way actually, past this kind of rib rock looking stuff. Kind of work your way up and you want to stay on this side of this big rock here. Kind of work your way to that point, and then once you get to that back point, you're kind of almost home free. It's almost kind of like a little false summit, if you will. So kind of some fun scrambling coming up through here. And I'll catch back up with you guys maybe somewhere up here. Alright, so that's where we were at that little junction. Came around the rib rock, kind of scrambled up to the ridge line here. It's not like very exposed or anything. You can see the saddle back down there, and the trail goes down all the way down. That's the little lump that you kind of go over and shoot down to those trees. But from here, you can see the summit. So you got that little fall summit, and then you can actually see the summit back where that guy is. So that's where we're going. Looks like maybe 3 to 4 people on the summit right now, so shouldn't be too bad. But I'm excited to get there. Well above 14,000 here. We're at like 14,250. So you've definitely got over 14,000 feet. I'm so excited to get this one. It's gonna be the highest 14er I've done. Did Mount Harvard last summer, which is 14,420 feet. This one's 14,421. Albert. Nice little plot of peak. Alright, it was really windy on the ridge, so I busted down to the ridge and to the saddle here. I've come down. Biggest thing is kind of like right up in here area. Just be careful not to dip off to that other side on that other east slope trail, unless you want to go back that way. But make sure you come back down this way if you're gonna use this trail to get out of here. So you can see how long this Alpine slope is. That's the hill that you come up. See that guy there? All the way up the trail. And it just keeps going all the way up to that circle way up there. I have our last look at Massive and its basin. Back to this kind of hill, rocky hill thing. And we gotta go down the trail, right back down there to those trees. On your way out, you can see beautiful turquoise lake, and back up there, that's the town of Leadville. We're still walking down almost to the tree line, guys. I mean, there's trees growing here, but we're pretty much almost down to the dark timber, which was my favorite section of the trail, to be honest. So I'm kind of looking forward to that section. This has to be one of the coolest 14er like things. You come through the trees here, and as soon as you make this corner when you're going up, it's like boom, there it is, Mount Massive, and all her beauty just right in front of you. So sick. All right, we're back here at the Massive Trail and Colorado Trail junction. So north stays on the Colorado Trail, south stays on the Colorado Trail, going west goes to Massive. Well, now that we're back in the trees, give you guys a little some stats on this hike. So from the standard trailhead, which is the northeast ridge, the mileage on this guy is going to be 14.5 miles from that trailhead. Unfortunately, we had to park on the road, like I mentioned and showed to you guys. So that tacked on about another mile and a half for me. So we're looking at about 17.5 miles today, round trip. But like I said, on a normal year, or when they get that road fixed, you're talking back up to 14.5 miles. Or back down, I should say, to 14.5. The elevation gain on this hike is going to be 4,500 feet of elevation gain. That's if you start from that trailhead. Where I started, it's going to give you like an extra 5 to 10. So, yippee skippy. But, yeah, those are the stats on the hike. It's considered a class 2 as well. The only real route finding is kind of from kind of that split where the southwest route comes in to kind of that false summit, and then that's really about the only route finding you need to do after that. And before that, it's a pretty findable trail. And if you get lost, as always, look for the cairns, little stacks of rocks. Those will definitely help you, guide you the right direction, and get you on the right route. All right, guys, we are back to the trailhead. That was a long one. 14.5 miles from this trailhead. I still got about another mile and a half down to my truck or my car, but it's all on that little road, so I'm not going to show you guys any of that just because you guys already saw it this morning. You already know what's up. Anyways, guys, this is going to be like the longest hike I've ever done. This is going to be like 17.5 to 18 miles for me. So my legs are going to be shot. Hopefully you guys have found something valuable in this video. And hopefully you guys get out and do another 14er soon. Hopefully we do too. We're doing Mount Massive today. And hopefully back behind me, you can't really see it, but there's Elber back there. I think we're going to try to do Elber in about a week. So stay tuned. We got lots of 14er videos, man. We're pumping out content like crazy. So check the channel. If you haven't already, hit that like, hit the subscribe, hit that notification, that little bell over there. Anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Have a good one.